Alright, so I had a request for number 10, which is the house in orthographic. So let's find a spot on paper. Here we go. On number 10, because it's the ISO is drawn kind of backwards, we're actually going to draw a top, a front, and a left view. So front, left, top. And the reason I'm picking this as the front is because if this was a house, I think there would be a door there. So I'm going to start with my front view as always, and I've got 1 inch plus 0.5, and then I can assume that this is the same on the other side, so it's going to be 2, which is 8 squares, sorry. And I'm actually going to start over here and leave some room for the left view, because guess what? The left view goes on the left. Okay. And so it's 2 this way, and then, which is also up here, of course. And the overall height is 1.25, and that's 5. And so I wind up with a rectangle that's 8 by 5 grids. And now I'm going to actually draw the little roof thing here. So it starts over 0.5. It starts there. It ends there. And it goes up 0.75, which is 3. And the pitch here is 1.125, and that is 1 1/8, which is going to be 4.5 grids. So we're just guesstimating. And now we need this roof line that goes here. And I know that that is 0.75 up because I'm looking at the height over here in the left-hand view. So I see it here. And there's a hidden line there, but we'll come back to it. Now I'm going to do the top view. And remember, top always goes on top of front. So I'm going to project up the width. And now I have to look for the depth. And the depth is 1.5. Remember, side and top share depth. Okay, so back to the house. You should have the front view looking like this, and then the top view is going to be 2 by 2. And I know that this corner here is this corner here, and it goes back 0.5. Okay, and same thing on the other side. It goes back 0.5. Oops, which is 2 grids. So I'm going to sketch that in there. And I'm going to start cutting away the part here I don't need. This is the back wall. Alright. And it's going to look something like this. And now the roof pitch is over 3, and I know that because it tells me 0.75 right there. So that's just going to be a line straight across. Right. And then this roof This roof here actually goes back 1, and that's missing that dimension, so we're just going to draw it in as 4. And then we're going to play connect the dots to give it these two pieces here that are going to look the wrong size and shape, but that's what auxiliary views are for, and we'll get to those like in March. Never annoy your drafting teacher, because sometimes they will make you do like 3 revolutions of auxiliary views. There you go. That's the top view. Now we're going to draw the left view. And the left view isn't much different than drawing the right side view. Of course, so it's going to be 2 inches for the depth and 1 1/4 for the height. And then I can just project the height over from the front. And I drew that one just a little bit too long, but that's what erasers are for. Okay. And now let's look at corners. This corner is going to have to come over. Okay, so we're back in business. Let's try the side view now. So the side view, I went over 2 inches, which is 8 grids, and I went up, whoops, 1.25, which is 5 blocks. Now I'm going to draw this part. So I'm going to come over 0.75 and up 0.75. So up 0.75 and then over. Like that whole rise over run thing. And I'm going to connect those dots. Oh, that was in the wrong spot. That goes there. And then down. So that's kind of like the broad side of the barn there. And now I just need to project over this corner here. And then this piece here, which we know is between 4 and 5, so it's going to be kind of wonky. Like that. Then I just need to erase the parts I don't need, which would be this line. And oops, okay, there's that line, yep. And then I don't need this in the back. There is your side view, which is the left. Now in the front view, you are going to have a hidden line, because if I'm looking here, this roof line in the back would appear as a hidden line here. So there's actually a hidden line right here. And there's number 10, guys.